Mike Lindell and Kari appeared on Steve Bannon's War Room podcast or something. They all appeared together. And this is one of the stranger interviews I've seen in a while. You put Steve Bannon, Kari and Mike Lindell on one call together. That's bonkers. So take a look at this. A bunch of individuals who very much do not like our democratic process and would love a fascistic overthrow of the Arizona gubernatorial election and probably many other elections, including Trump's 2020 election loss.
And that scares the consultant class of the Republican Party, because I didn't hire those people, Steve. You know that. I didn't bring in the Washington consultants. I knew that people in Washington, D.C. have no idea what the people of Arizona truly want. And they're offended by people like me. We're not beholden to
Ronna McDaniel has not, you've been there for 3 days. Ronna McDaniel has not pulled you aside and say, let's have a cup of coffee and spend 5 minutes together. Have you guys spent any time with each other one-on-one?
No, we haven't, unfortunately. And you know what? I do want to reach out to her, because here's what's going on. And I know that this might not be the popular view. Ronna won.
Full stop. You shouldn't have to reach out to Ronna McDaniel. You're the freaking governor of Arizona. You just won an incredibly tough race because you stood for policies that MAGA stands for.
You're the frickin' governor of Arizona is what Steve Bannon said there. But see, the thing is about that, the fascinating element of all of this, Steve, is that she's not. If I really have to give you a bit of analysis, it's that she's not. Do you know why? Because she lost. That's just, it's as simple as that. She lost the election. She's not governor. And I can tell she's not governor because she's not governor. And she wasn't sworn in as governor. It's just wild to see this. And it bends my brain to think that adult individuals who get up every morning, operate within life somewhat normally, I assume, aren't able to recognize the facts of the situation, or more accurately, choose not to actively for their political gain. We talked about previously, and by the way, we'll continue with this interview, but we talked about previously Kari fundraising $2.5 million after her election, after she lost, based on these election lies, getting her movement behind her financially because of the lies that she is telling and so many are perpetuating. It's very sad. Oh, you're the governor. We're going to pretend like that because we can't just accept, as many other people have done in the past, the results of the election.
So she should be blowing your phone up every day. Can I get 5 minutes?
Got my number.
This is outrageous.
But here's what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to meet with her and say, let's move forward, because this next election, if we do not get President Donald Trump back in the White House, I don't know how much longer we can last. I think our republic is in peril. I will do everything in my power. If that means I campaign across the country, whatever it means, I want to get President Trump in, because I want my children to have a future.
But hang on. If we don't get you in Arizona, now I'm not going to sure we have sovereignty.
That's right.
Number one place. Katie Hobbs and your election and your trial, and with this evidence is there.
This is just a mess of an interview. Holy smokes!
Everything, and you heard Wendy Rogers brought this stuff with the signature verification. Should have been in.
And by the way, I don't know if y'all are noticing or not, but I'm trying to adjust the audio levels because their audio is just a complete mess as well.
In the first place, Arizona is everything. To me, there's no tomorrow unless we get this thing turned around in Arizona. Kari Lake.
Well, my number one, my plan A is to win our election. We have all of the evidence right here in front.
Guys, her plan A, she says, is to win the election that she lost. Then she brought a lawsuit to court. It got thrown out, so she's appealing it. But she lost an election and her plan A is to win the election? That would be your plan before the election, not after the election.
In front of us, it is ironclad. We have the law. And we've really painted these judges into a corner. Right. They have to look at the evidence and they have to apply the law. And if they don't, their reputation is gone. Right. And so hopefully they do the right thing. Hopefully they love this country enough, and I pray that they will do the right thing.
I'm very confident they will do the right thing, which will be to throw out her lawsuit. because she's not providing the evidence, as we've walked through in the past, that the election was stolen. The reason why she's not providing it is because it's not there, because the election wasn't stolen. Just like with Trump. And I don't know if she's doing this because she just can't take the idea that she lost, or, as I previously was outlining, because it's just a great way for her to make money. But either way, it is so dangerous and so harmful to our democratic process. And now this is just a part of the identity of much of the right-wing movement, which is so sad and so dangerous for what that means going forward, where every election now, a percentage of the right wing that is significant will see the results and say, if the Republican won, all is well. If the Democrat won, it was stolen. Or at least if it's a race we care about, it was stolen. And a democracy doesn't function that way. You have to have buy-in. And it matters that the election is secure, and our elections are secure. And so that buy-in is justified. And so I'm very concerned about what the next few years holds on this front, but we'll do what we can to make sure our democracy stays alive. Let me know what you think. Luke P. Beasley on Twitter.